EU is going to be the finer filter on American companies. We've seen that with Google. And I think the repatriation is a huge win for Trump, because now that we get that money back, there's going to be less of a chance for the EU to retrade a lot of those overseas capital. But I think the bigger issue is the anti-big tech that we've been talking about, and that really surrounds one company, Facebook, and to a lesser extent, Twitter, and the manipulation of the election potentially, and the addictive nature of these. Now, Benioff is being a little hyperbolic with the cigarette analogy. I don't think social media is going to take 5 or 10 years off people's lives. And if the Democrats had won, I don't think they'd have any problem with Facebook or Twitter. But they lost, so they're a little bit bitter about that. The big issue is, can Facebook now regulate itself? And if you look globally, South Korea is a really great example of how they've regulated social media. If you want to open a social media account, essentially the equivalent of a Facebook or a Twitter page, you have to put in your social security number. And it's interesting, South Korea is also a place that is the second market for cryptocurrency currently. It's a big craze over there, and they're starting to regulate cryptocurrency. Yeah. We could see that level of regulation come to the United States, but I think Facebook will cut the regulators off at the pass, and you'll see them, knowing their buyer on the ad side of the business, and you're going to see them tightening up, like they have been, the ability to manipulate the feed and manipulate people. A really easy regulation for Apple and for Facebook would be to just give people a feedback loop. Hey, you've been on your phone for 2 hours today. You've been on Facebook for an hour today. Do you want to set a limit for yourself? Do you want to actually self-regulate? And those kind of tools, I think, is what we'll see this year as a way to defend against regulation from the government of, how you use your smart device. Because it's obviously not the same as lung cancer.